Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. A significant winter storm from the Mid-South transitions to a strong nor'easter for the Mid-Atlantic and New England. Severe thunderstorms, heavy rainfall, and flash flooding will be possible across portions of the Southeast. A new storm system arrives across the Pacific Northwest tomorrow, with areas of locally heavy rain and mountain snowfall. Closer to home, this week expect very quiet conditions, and that'll continue into Friday. Light winds, with the exception of some breezy afternoons, gradually warming temperatures. Now, a backdoor cold front will spill out of the Great Plains and arrive here late Friday night. Winds will shift northeasterly to easterly and may become gusty as the front passes through from the east to the west, especially for west-facing slopes. Some clouds could bank up against the Sacramento Mountains, and perhaps a very light shower or two could occur over the Sacramentos as that front begins to push in, but more than likely it will remain dry. Otherwise, very quiet weather resumes through the day Saturday and into next week. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. The Alamogordo City Commission has a regular meeting this evening at 6:30 at City Hall. We intend to bring you some audio from that meeting on tomorrow's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. A special meeting has been called by the Otero County Board of County Commissioners for Thursday from 6 until 7. Please be aware that due to the high volume of Valentine's Day deliveries to Alamogordo Public Schools, any gifts delivered tomorrow will be held at the front office of each school, and students will be notified for pickup at the end of the day. Also, do not forget that tomorrow is Wednesday, and that means an early dismissal. The Alamo Senior Center presents the Valentine's Day Dance.
It's going to be held on February the 14th. That's on a Wednesday, and it's going to be here from 2 to 5 in the dining room. Dancing and music by Bo Rivers. The cost is $10. We're going to be having the brisket, baked potato, vegetables, a dinner roll, and dessert.
Gloria speaking with Crazy Radio. If you have any questions, call 575-439-4150. Christ Community Church presents the XO Conference on February 16th and 17th. That's a 2-day experience which provides expert marriage advice and practical teachings to help couples navigate their marriage journey. I spoke with Associate Pastor Tyler Grace.
It's a marriage simulcast conference, so we'll be viewing the XO Marriage Conference that XO Marriage puts on every year. This is their big annual conference. And we'll have some of our own events here as well. We'll have breakout sessions. We'll have a Q&A panel. And, of course, we'll have games. There'll be food. There's lots of fun. There's lots of great teaching. And what it really is about, inspiring you to reinvest in your marriage.
Tickets are just $5. If you have any questions, 575-437-4241. Tularosa High School presents a blood drive happening next Wednesday, February 21st from 10 until 2:30 at the Bloodmobile there on campus. This blood drive is hosted by Vitalent and Wildcats Save Lives. The virtual Otero County Democrats 2024 County Pre-Primary Convention will be called to order at noon on Sunday, February 25th. You can register to be part of that by visiting alamogordotownnews.com. After you register for the convention, you're going to receive an email with a link to join the convention. Be sure to save that email so you can be present virtually on February 25th. Love Inc. is offering free tax filing.
The BETA tax preparation program, that's the volunteer income tax program, and we are in full force with that. We've had people coming every week. That's on Fridays and Saturdays from 10 to 2 at our offices at 1106 Ohio.
Susan Payne speaking with Crazy Radio.
If you are in need of help preparing your taxes, just know that this is a free service, including e-file, and we also do state taxes for free as well.
For more information, call 575-439-4812. Animal Village NM continues to provide dog and cat food for families in need.
This month, thanks to our donors, we were able to provide more than 700 pounds of cat and dog food to these food banks.
Sonny Eris speaking with Crazy Radio.
In Alamogordo, contact Love Inc., 1106 Ohio Street, next to Lowe's Market. In Ruidoso, contact Lincoln County Food Bank, 138 Service Road, for times and days of operation.
More information is available by visiting animalvillagenm.com. The Village of Tularosa is having a community watch program meeting on February 19th at 6 p.m. That's at the old community building on Bookout Street. I spoke with Chris Rupp about what to expect.
Recently here in Tularosa, we've had a big influx and change in our police department. And so we've been lacking some officers, and we've had a lot more criminal activity throughout the community. Our goal is to get the community together. That way we could talk to a lot of the people in the community and find out exactly what some of their concerns are, ways we might be able to address it. And again, maybe just educate some of our public on things they can and can't do. Basically, watch out for them and their neighbors as well.
For details, check out the Making a Difference Tularosa Facebook page or call Rupp at 575-430-1002. Pastor Johnny Walker is not feeling very well these days. When I spoke to him last night, he described himself as feeling, quote, loopy, close quote. We wish him well and look forward to his return here on the radio. News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Local sports, local events, and local happenings, and more. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
As I'm certain you saw yesterday all across social media, Jonah Hernandez, an officer with the Las Cruces Police Department, has died after he was stabbed to death by a suspect Sunday evening. Hernandez was responding to a trespassing call when the suspect, a 29-year-old man, stabbed him. A witness shot and killed the suspect. A witness then utilized Hernandez's police radio to call for help.
Valdez, Amador. It's a tip-top trader sock. Officer down.
Paramedics arrived and took Hernandez to the hospital. Unfortunately, he succumbed to his injuries. The Las Cruces Police Department is set to release more details during a news conference today at 11. Hernandez was with the Las Cruces Police Department for 2 years. He leaves behind a young wife and 2 beautiful sons, ages 10 and 2. They're just babies. Officer Jonah Hernandez was 35 years old. New Mexico lawmakers have managed to pass the $10.2 billion budget through the House and Senate yesterday. Big-ticket items in that budget include nearly $4.5 billion for the Public Education Department, $1.3 billion for higher education, $750 million for transportation infrastructure, and investments in pay increases for the New Mexico State Police. The budget also keeps a reserve of 30%. Other debates centered on funding certain programs, such as environmental compliance inspections and programs under the Children, Youth, and Families Department. But ultimately, lawmakers expressed that no budget will ever be perfect. By a vote of 31 to 10, the budget was approved on the Senate floor. Although the budget was already approved in the House floor, it was amended by the Senate's Finance Committee, so it's got to go back for additional approval from the House before going to the governor's desk. The Senate Judiciary Committee unanimously voted for a due pass of Senate Bill 88. The Electronic Driver's License Credential Bill amends the Motor Vehicle Code to allow the issuing of electronic credentials for a driver's license or identification card to supplement the physical version of that card. Bill sponsor Senator Roberto Gonzalez presented SB 88 to the committee.
Bill 88, Committee Substitute, amends the Motor Vehicle Code to allow the Motor Vehicle Division of TRD to issue a mobile driver's license or ID to someone who already has a traditional plastic credential. Driver's licenses were originally intended to indicate that a person has authority to drive, but over time, driver licenses have become a primary document used to identify people in the United States. Although MVD can issue mobile driver's license without further legislation, this bill will provide guidance on where they can be used and accepted.
The electronic credentials would be issued from a state-approved electronic application, and digital copy, image, or photograph would not be sufficient in fulfilling the requirements of the digital license or ID. The bill permits the Taxation and Revenue Department to organize verification systems and mobile device applications. It also allows them to charge a fee as they see fit. It would still be a requirement that a driver would have to possess and be able to present the physical license to an official while operating a motor vehicle. Failure to do so could result in a fine. Some say the issues with the Human Services Department are not being addressed with urgency. However, Director of the Income Support Division, Carmela Martinez, said to tackle that problem, contract workers and others are now sifting through all SNAP renewals. She spoke with KOAT.
We've partnered with different contractors as well as getting temporary staff on board to help support that effort. And right now we're really concentrating on those application registrations and a new type of expedite or emergency food assistance. And we should be completed with those in the next 3 weeks.
When asked how many backlogs still remain, HSD was unable to answer. But they stand by their goal of making sure no one continues to deal with this problem. A Hobbs hospital room became a potential crime scene in September. As you will recall, a housekeeper found the bathroom area full of blood after a 16-year-old girl and her mother left the room. That's when, to total shock and horror, I'm certain, the housekeeper found a newborn baby left in the toilet. Investigators began to track down the teen and her mother, as well as the treatment team, Dr. Paul Millette and registered nurse Catherine Abney. Both medical professionals told investigators that the teen came in for abdominal pain. The doctor said he only told the teen and her mother that he couldn't do a certain scan due to her pregnancy. They refused further care after that. He told investigators, though, he was aware that she was bleeding.
They said, well, they didn't want any further treatment, so okay. I just let them go.
Investigators later interviewed the teen and her mother. The teen's mother told police that no one at the hospital told her about the pregnancy. The teen also denied knowing she was carrying a child and told police she didn't remember delivering the baby. So what happens now? Nothing. 5th Judicial District Attorney Diana Luce states that there was no evidence of a crime. She says that there was a medical issue and she encourages people to seek care for those without any fear. No evidence of a crime? I don't know. What about the corpse left in the toilet after refusing further medical care? New Mexico. Abort your baby, throw it away in a special dumpster, or leave it in a toilet. Anything but, I don't know, take care of your child? Is that too radical? Sports and weather are next. You're listening to Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 49 games for Mexico girls basketball today, including Tucumcari at Ruidoso, Hondo at Corona Von, Alamo Navajo at Carrizozo, Cloudcroft comes to Tularosa. Wow! Go Lady Cats. Oregon Mountain comes to Alamogordo. Go Lady Tigers. There are 44 games for Mexico varsity basketball today, including Hondo at Corona Von, Tucumcari at Ruidoso, Alamo Navajo at Carrizozo, Cloudcroft comes to Tularosa. Wow! Go Wildcats. Alamogordo heads to Oregon Mountain. Go Tigers. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies. Mostly clear tonight, sunny tomorrow. Your high today in the basin, 59. Low tonight, 34. Wind chill's going to make it feel like it's 29. High tomorrow, 60 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies with winds gusting as high as 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight with winds gusting as high as 23. Sunny tomorrow, winds will be gusting as high as 30. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 41. Wind chill is going to make it feel like it's 7. Low tonight of 22. Wind chill is going to make it feel like it's 8. High tomorrow, 39. Wind chill is going to make it feel like it's 11 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. That concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.